Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy. Ah, la 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la. Mercato is crazy tonight. La 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 la.
Ciao Juventini of the world, my name is Giuseppe, welcome back on the channel, I hope you're all doing well. We are back one day after the beautiful victory of Juventus Football Club 3-0 over Como. What do we speak today about? Well, about Mercato, because this week, as you can see it on the thumbnail, you see my face, because there are too many things that will happen. Would have been not correct for me to put Kalulu, Nico Gonzalez, Cope Manners, or other players, but this week a lot will happen. For multiple reasons, because unfortunately we have also bad news to share, but I was feeling that something could happen, and there is immediately something that is happening. I will tell you in 3 seconds. Before that, let me say hello to the people, reminding all the people that if you want to, you can put a maximum of like also to start today's video. For the people that are watching in replay, please do it as well, maximum of like, and you know it, I'm immensely grateful for the people that are waking up later, or that are going to work, or saving these lives because it's too late in the evening or too early in the morning, and they're watching it in replay, listening to Beppe for 1 hour, 2 hours. Thank you guys, really appreciate it. Now that you did the basic, or at least for the people that are here, what is the first news that we need to speak about? Well, this one, attenzione, because we start immediately with a bang, with a bangula. Easy, yeah? Easy joke. Fabrizio Romano that just posted, attenzione, Juventus are prepared to advance on Nico Gonzalez deal as final round of talks has been scheduled with Fiorentina to get it done. Nico wants Juventus, and it's really close with clubs now, working on loan with an obligation to buy. Advancing well. I don't want to speak or contradict Fabrizio Romano that is still speaking about talks ongoing. I want to take a big risk today, telling you that it's already a done deal. Except of last minute West Ham that is around the corner, which should not happen. You never know, if tomorrow Atalanta comes with 45, he's gone. But from what I know, guys, Nico Gonzalez is a Juventus player. Tomorrow we have Kalulu. And then, really short after, we have Nico Gonzalez, that is, according to what I know, a Juventus player already. Ciao Juventini of the world. Hey, that was fast. I think that I never did that. Starting a live, one time only, Mercato is Crazy song. We didn't even say hello to the people in the chat, and we immediately gave you the bomba news. I hope you are happy. But that's the problem, with people. You give them a news, a crazy news, a hot news, a hard news, a bomba news. People, they don't care, tranquilli. And you know what they are thinking about? The next one. What about Cope Beppe? But that's the problem. You're never satisfied. Never satisfied with the news that we give you. Always complaining and more. You are correct to want more. You are all correct to want more, guys. We have immediately a new member of the channel, that is Clark D. Thank you. Welcome to the membership of the channel. Thank you. Really appreciate it, my friend. Ciao. Welcome to Clark D. You know it, I'm always curious to discover where people are from. So tell me, Clark, where are you from? Where are you watching from? Where are you living? What are you doing in your life? I want to know, because I have a quite good memory for the people in the chat, and then I remember, and then I'm going, every time that I will see you, I say, Clark from... Looks like USA. I can be wrong. Looks like USA. Can be wrong. Clark, I think it's from USA. Canada. United States of America. Canada, Clark D, It's a feeling. Welcome, Clark from Canada. Who else is in the chat together with us today? We have Salvatore. Ciao. Wanted to be first for once, and you did it. Thank you, Salvatore. Ciao Valky, ciao Ramtin, ciao Naruto, ciao Thomas, ciao Bogdan, ciao Xalino, ciao Ivan Todorov, ciao Last Samurai, ciao Ben the Goose, ciao An7, ciao The Invisible Man. People on Instagram group already knew. The Telegram group, yeah, the Telegram group, indeed. I think I said it in the afternoon, huh? I don't know what time I told you. Before I went to bowling, because today I went to bowling, guys. I don't know. Let me check what time I told you. What time precisely it was. Let me check. I told you at, 5:20 p.m. So that's how long? That's really long, huh? 5:30, that's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 6 hours ago. Bravo, the Invisible Man. The Invisible Man that is still a bit visible, eh? Ciao Kiello Star, ciao Salman, ciao Dragunj, ciao Vensterman, ciao all the people in the chat. Ciao Alessandro, ciao Sebi, ciao Daniel Abdelnour, ciao Lemu2000, ciao Dino, that is speaking about Samuel and also about Barrenechea. We'll speak about them in a second as well. Of course, we will do. Ciao Don Simon82, ciao to Aldo Bonazo, ciao to Mofid. Now that I said hello to some of you guys, apparently I'm obliged, because that's what you're telling me, to go to Di Marzio. Let's see what Di Marzio is telling us. I'm really curious. Domani giornata decisiva per Nico Gonzalez alla Juventus. So, and Fabrizio Romano and Gianluca Di Marzio, they are going with exactly the same news. They are telling us tomorrow will be the decisive day. La Juve continua a lavorare per arrivare alla chiusura della trattativa con la Fiorentina per Nico Gonzalez. So Juventus is continuing to work to find a deal, to close the deal with the Fiorentina for Nico Gonzalez. The deal entered the hot hours, the hot decisive moments to find the definitive yes between the two clubs. In particular, specifically the day of tomorrow, so Wednesday, the 21st of August, could be or should be the decisive one to find an agreement between the clubs, and that's also why there is a meeting between Juventus and Fiorentina. Juventus and Fiorentina are working to arrive to an agreement for him, 30 million plus 4-5 of bonus. The striker, the offensive player from Argentina, gave his absolute preference for Juventus Football Club. So Atalanta is really behind for the player born in 98. The will of the Bianconeri, the club, is to close in the next hour so that he could be in Torino as soon as possible. After Moiskin and Nico Gonzalez, sorry, Juventus and Fiorentina are talking for Arthur and Filip Kostic. La Viola are talking with the agents of the Brazilian one for a possible return or going back on loan from like they did last season. They are also checking for the name of the Serbian player that is in the outgoing list of Juve. And also there, he could go to Fiorentina on loan. But these loans are a bit annoying, It could be, guys, I don't know the details. I just told you that Nico Gonzalez to Juve is a done deal. I don't know about the other ones. It could be that because because Atalanta was pressing that much and because there was that betting race from Atalanta and Juventus that we discussed about yesterday, from 30 we go to 35, we go to possibly 40 million euro, that Juventus Football Club talked with Fiorentina in the last few hours already. I think that the talk's already done, saying, look guys, if you stop with the childish behavior, etc., we give you an open window, an easier window, like we did already last year for Arthur, and maybe even, if you need, for Kostic, that at the moment didn't find any team and is not in the plans of Mr. Thiago Motta. We saw it, he has not been called up, while Weston McKennie was called up. So it could be that could have been the decisive move from Juve. Okay, stop, you negotiate only with us for Nico Gonzalez, and we give you that preference to two players that could possibly reinforce you. And we are speaking about the player Arthur that did really well last season with Fiorentina, and we are also speaking about a Kostic that, okay, last season didn't do well with Juve. We know it. The entire Juve didn't do well. But we are speaking about a player that the first season at Juve was absolutely not bad. Assist man of the season, and also the year before with Eintracht Frankfurt did really, really well. It's a good player. Huh? We are speaking about Kostic. He's really, according to me, a good player. Is he a phenomenon? Is he the one that is changing your team? Does he has that class of magic? Alan Bangula, Ealing Jr., just to mention a few names. Ala Yildiz, no, it's a one-way player, but it's a solid player that knows about going up on the field, knows about the defensive side more and more, because these are two things that he learned. Is he a number one? No. Is he a phenomenon? No. Did we sign him for the right price? Possibly yet. Or is it annoying that he's going only on loan to Fiorentina? Probably yes. But I think that these are cards that Juventus opened. Then it's up to them to find an agreement. But at least Juventus said, you know what? Okay, go for them again. We wanted to sell them. That was our plan. But if you give us that highway to Nico Gonzalez, we will absolutely not do difficult in terms of negotiating for a sale instead of a loan. We were closing for a loan. We didn't want to loan them out, but we can rediscuss if you stop doing annoying. So Razzie saying, I received a third jersey today. What a beauty. I regret that I didn't buy it. People in the chat, I am circumcised. Grande, Gabriel. Good to know. Good to know, my friend. Mattili, Paladino plays with wing backs. He would fit them well. No. I think as well he would do really, really well there. Matthew, thank you, my friend. He's there. I wrote you on Twitter, X. I wrote you a private message off Twitter, but I'm not sure if you watched it or not. Salman, I think Cope is coming. Atalanta doesn't risk bringing in a pissed off player and losing him for free. He has a contract until 2027. Huh? You know, when it's the last year of contract, a la Federico Chiesa, a la Weston McKennie, even a player could possibly say it's crazy. Huh? I would not understand it when you're 27, when you're doing things like that. But you could potentially say, you know what, last year of contract, I don't care. And I take the risk also to play that card, that jolly card of I don't go anywhere. You will reintegrate me because I cost you money, because X, because that. And if you see that I am not looking for a team or I'm not accepting any deal, you will reintegrate me anyway. But when you have, and worst case scenario, you stay 1 year without playing. Worst case scenario, but you know that then you can go towards the club that you want. If you are a player with a contract until 2027, you're pissing off, you never know. Huh? You never know. You can miss not one, but maybe even 3 seasons being on the bench. Strange, huh? But you never know. That's why I'm telling you, I don't know. If the deal would collapse in a way or in another, he will also find a way to come back to the team, to come closer to Atalanta. Even if I think, but I said it since the 15th of August, Teun Koopmeiners is a Juventus player. Today I said Kalulu is a Juventus player, and today I also say Nico Gonzalez. 3 players that we needed, and I think it's not enough. I always regret that we didn't go for Zegrova. Zegrova, that is, according to me, one of the names that were affordable. So I'm not saying cheap, but I think that for 15-20 million euro could have left Lille. He wanted also to leave. He also said it publicly, yeah, it's over. I want a bigger team in my career. We are the 20th of August, and today he already played Champions League qualification with Lille. By the way, they won. He scored a fantastic goal. But Zegrova is a really, really great player. I don't think that he will join. I don't even think that he is a target today. He could have been in that. He was in that list. He's not anymore today, so it's a pity. Today we go with this. Today we go with the flow, guys. If you have questions, today we go with a long question Q&A Mercato. If you want to speak about the game of yesterday, we can, of course. But today we go with the flow, and we wait if there are some news or not. So Lille didn't want Beppe. They always want if you give them the right money. The problem is that it's difficult to go. I think there were 2 things I think there were two things on the De Grova deal. Why we didn't sign him? First of all, because even if they want 20, 25, and they want them immediately, and Juventus is looking for players on loan or with an option to buy, and not an obligation, because you know that we had one slot for an obligation to buy that will probably go to Nico Gonzalez, then it's difficult. In Italy, in a way or in another, with a bit of push, you can find a way. When you go to France, France is a market that is a selling market. We know it. They are really used to it. And if it's not for them, we don't care. We will sell them to another team. It happened with some players like David, for example, last season. Milan. At the end, he stayed there an entire season. And he's still there, if I'm not wrong. I am not wrong because he's still there. But you see, and they sold already a few players. They sold already a few players to Juventus Football Club, just to remind you. So they already have the open contacts, but at a certain moment, it's not... and that's one. And two, because I believe that in that stage of the Mercato, Juventus was really targeting players a la Sancho. I think now Sancho could possibly come back as a boomerang. It depends on Federico Chiesa. It depends on Federico Chiesa. It depends on Barcelona. It depends on Chelsea. But I think that Sancho could become again a boomerang last day's Mercato. You remember we said it at a certain moment. Guys, it's over for Sancho in terms of talks today. If there is still a possibility, because he's still at Manchester United, in the last weeks of Mercato, pay attention, because then we can possibly reopen it. At the moment, Paris Saint-Germain was interested, but they didn't go for him concretely. It's a player that is, how can I say, ciao Cecilia, how can I say, it's a player that is good. He has the talent, undubious talent, but it's a player that I think that if you want to see the optimal version of Sancho, you will need a few weeks. So it's not the player that will change you the game already against Verona. Sancho will need time. We really need time. It is what it is. So let's see what will happen there. Ciao Jose, last day of Mercato, could be a bomba. But that's what I say. I think that this week, what I predict, tomorrow Kalulu, maybe the day after, maximum 2 days after, Nico Gonzalez to Juve. And I think that Koopmeiners is the next one in line. And I hope that before the 25th, he could be a Juventus player. Not that I see him being on the bench against Verona, but I think that then he will be there. I don't have at the moment a moment where he will join or not. I just told you on the 15th that he is a Juve player. Then I don't know the dates. Because there is a particular thing that we don't know, guys. Or no, that we know, but maybe we are not talking about. When you have a certificate from the doctor, guys, there is always a start date, an end date. And we heard, if the rumors are true, that he's going already with the third one that he entered. So if I am calculating right, it's already the third one, and I think he receives certificates per week. Calculating like that, Calculating like that, he gives certificates per weeks. So it was... Yeah. The week before the Supercoppa. The week before the Supercoppa was the first week. Then this week, or the week, 1 week earlier, from the 12th to the 18th, and probably he gave a certificate now for this week. Then I don't know if it starts on Monday. Pay attention, guys. I don't know if it starts on Monday. It could be that it starts, I don't know, on Saturday, the new certificate, and then that is again on Friday, the 23rd, because the weekends maybe, I don't know, are free. I don't know the doctor, guys, but it could be. But why am I telling you about the start and end date of the certificate from the doctor? Because if the doctor said he can't do any activity because of whatever, mental or this or that, he can't also travel to Juventus to do he can travel to Juventus for his leisure, but he can't travel to Juventus to do some medical test, to do some contract signature, because he is in sickness leave. And that's probably why I tell you I'm scared that officially everything will be done. No, not officially. Behind closed doors, everything is already done or will already be done, while I think he will come maybe in the last few days. After that certificate is not valid anymore. That could be the correct one. I'm scared. I'm really scared that it will happen in the week that I am in Scotland, because you know that I'm leaving on the 26th and I'm coming back on the 29th. So I'm praying that Cope will be on the 25th latest. I'm really praying. I'm really hoping, because I would. We waited for so long. I would be pissed off if I'm in the middle of Scotland and then saying, "Oh guys, Cope Manners is starting a new career. Cope Manners is starting a new career with Juventus Football Club. It's a real pity that I'm not there to make a live together with you. That's a real pity. Get a life, Beppe. Get a vacation, Beppe. And that's the moment where we will announce Cope Manners on the channel and you will not be there. And that's a problem. And that's a real problem, mate. Shite. People are saying Beppe, no. Oh, how do you rate my Scottish accent? Easy. The Scottish Pepe. Ciao Juventini of the world. Ciao Juventini of the world. We are here to ask for freedom. Freedom for the players. Nico Gonzalez. Freedom for Kalulu and freedom for Cope Manners. What does that mean? Disaster. You sound Austrian. I don't know how Austrian are speaking English. -5-1. Is it that bad? Is it that bad? I was thinking it was good. Sounds like Dutch. Sounds like Indian. Sounds like Austrian. I sound everything, but I don't sound Scottish. Okay, I understand. I will. Should I? Should I do it again in the future? The Scottish accent, or I give up on that? Maybe it's not. I can impersonate Gasperini. I can do Antonio Conte. I can do a few there, but probably Scottish is not for me. Once a week. Disaster. You need a speech coach. No, but I'm not planning to become a Scottish, guys. That's not the plan. Oh, did we already sign the Scottish player at Juventus Football Club? A player from Scotland. Boo? Probably one. Now I try to remember. No. Yeah. No, Jan Rush was not. Well, we had 5 players. 4 of them played official games. So 5 players, 4 of them played official games. So the 5 players were Aitken William John. 4 apps, but only in friendly, so didn't play an official game. It was in the season 28-29. Then Dylan John Bowman. He played 3 seasons at Juve. 11 official games between 1904 and 1907. Disaster. Then we had Herschel. He played 1 official game with Juve in the season 1913-1914. McQueen. Oh, did you know that we had a player that was called James Albert McQueen that played 1906-1907? 2 official apps. And then we had Square. What kind of name is that? James McGregor Square. James McGregor Square. James McGregor Square. And he played 10 official games, also him there, 1904, 1905. Guys, we tried that with some Scottish players in the early 1900s, but apparently they didn't work really well. The only one that scored an official goal was Square McGregor. He scored 1 official goal. That's the only Scottish player. 1 goal against Milanese US. Mamma mia. Milanese US. I think it's the original Milan and Inter before they became Milan and Inter. Milanese US. He scored the last goal. The last goal of that 4-1. Jan Rush is a Welsh guy. It's true. It's not Scottish. Huh? Okay, guys. Now that we did that Back to the Future, people joining the live will be confused. No, indeed. William Wallace, 1995. Who's that guy? William Wallace. William Wallace is the... He was already dead in 1995. Beppe, is Joseph Nonge out? I like the player very much. Yeah. He has not even received a single chance, guys. There, I tell you, without knowing, feeling, I think that something happened there, something annoying. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just guessing. Lack of respect or lack of serious attitude, etc. towards the first team, and they said, you know what, keep him with the NextGen, trying to find a team for him. And you heard it, and there are some teams that are looking for a loan for Joseph Nonge. No, we sell. Now, exactly. This is where I wanted to go, because we never know all the entire story. Sometimes we know a bit more, sometimes a bit less. Sometimes there are stories that are known but can't be revealed. These are all also things like that. But I mean, Barrenechea and Ealing Jr. Apparently, they are not impressing the coach. He was a big fan of Weston McKennie, by the way. He was a really, really big fan of Weston McKennie. By the way, speaking about people leaving, Thiago Giallo is one step away to AS Roma from Juventus on loan with the option to buy for a total package of 7 million plus a percentage on a future sale. Giallo has given his availability to join Roma. It's not a lot, huh? It depends how high and how big the percentage on the future resale is, but it's not a lot here. Huh? We signed him for how much? 3 million, I believe. Huh? 3 million euro, 6 months where he played 17 minutes. This season he's not playing. You do a plusvalenza of 3-4 million. It's really... We signed it for 2.3. Yeah. Including bonuses, huh? Yeah. On loan with an option to buy. No, it's not bonus. It's the loan plus then the option to buy. If everything goes, then Juventus earns 7 million plus a percentage on a future resale. It's not wow as a deal. But on the other side, what else could you expect? It's a player that never played for you. It's a player that did like one game in the preseason. He really didn't play well. We said it here on the channel immediately. But you don't need to be an expert of football to see that he didn't do well. But it's not a lot. Fixed 3.6 plus 1.4. It's written here. Thiago Giallo is one step away from Roma. To Roma from Juventus on a loan with an option to buy for a total package of 7 million plus a percentage on the future resale. We paid 5. That's what you mean. We pay 5. 3.6 plus 1.4. Okay. Now I get it. So we paid 5. But the bonus... Oh, guys. The bonus. What kind of bonus do they want? Lille. No. 3.6 plus 1.4 bonus. What kind of bonus do they want? He never played. He didn't score. He didn't participate to the Coppa Italia when we won. What kind of bonus do they want? Can you imagine Lille going to the door of Juve? Hey, we need the bonus for Chelsea. What kind of bonus? Probably, if you would tell me, Beppe, we had a penalty instead of a bonus, Lille. For example, the penalty that if you resell him after 6 months, you need to give us 1.6 million. Then I would understand, because the penalty is that we are selling him immediately. But a bonus for what? To be on time at the training session. Yeah, official communication, but the bonus, what? Let me check. 3.6 million payable in 3 installments. Mamma mia, on that deal, Juventus, they exaggerate. That's probably why we didn't go for Zegrova. 3.6 paid in 3 years. That's like 1.2 every year. During the financial year 24-25, plus additional charges. Yeah, but what are these additional charges? We don't know. Malik, tu reviens quand dans le borinage, mon frère? Ma femme et mon fils, ils vont y aller, à mon avis, jeudi. Moi, je vais pas. I hope there can be an expose on the Chiesa saga in the immediate future. What do you mean, an expose? Kirill, what is an expose? You want something happening, or you want to know the details why we got to that situation? Because something to happen, it's obliged. We close in 10 days, the mercato. Not even, because in a few minutes we are the 21st. So no. It will go really fast. Then, for the details about what happened, etc., etc. Sono previsti premi fino al massimo di 2.6 al verificarsi di determinati obiettivi sportivi e condizioni. Here, that last part is on top of that. You can even add 2.6. On top of that, you can even add 2.6 million if some objectives are reached, which we didn't. So this one we can just forget. Ciao Giovanni, ciao Peppino. I saw that Nico Gonzalez is getting closer to Juve. Indeed, it's true. Beppe, let's do some fantacalcio. If you were Giuntoli and you got 130 million to sign 3 more players for Juve, who would you sign? Tony is already in the team. But we will never have 130 million. I mean, it is not even possible. I can play, of course we can play. Look, if Koopmeiners is there, we need to say that Kalulu is there. Bonjour Alvin, hier t'as porté chance. Hier t'as porté chance au stade. I know, because Elvin was at the stadium yesterday for the first day, and I wrote it on Instagram, bring us good luck when you go and watch the game, and he said I will try, and he did well. 3-0, so Elvin, he can go whenever he wants to the stadium, because he brings luck. No, but it's difficult, because Kalulu is there, Nico Gonzalez is there, Koopmeiners is there. So we have the 3 players that we were missing. Wait, I think I did something stupid. Okay, hopefully it will not create conflict, because I reopened the program that I'm using to stream. Hopefully it will not create any conflict. No, it's okay. We can continue. Look, if we go here, I open the team. What do we see? That we have all these players, plus Perin, Pinsoglio. Okay, we go with Fagioli. I need to put them small so that we have more space. That's a bit too small. You can't read anymore. Let me put them here, average size. Okay, the 3 goalkeepers we have, from what we know at the moment. Cambiaso is left at the moment. No. Yeah, let's start him like that, and then we will see. Danilo could be a potential starter here. Rui is the one on the left. Cabal. Where is Cabal? Milik is here, together with Vlahovic. Yildiz is on the left with Bangula. McKennie is reintegrated. I need to understand about McKennie. De Sciglio, Nicolussi, Miretti. But Miretti, I already will put him out, guys. Rugani as well. Kalulu. Kalulu is there. Let's say that Cope Manners, you told me, is already here. Huh? Cope Manners. I want to put McKennie here. Maybe she's Fagioli here. Huh? Wait, where is Douglas Lewis? Douglas Lewis as well. It's not in order from starter or not starter, guys. Cabal here. It's just to put a bit of names where we can, then all these positions can change. Fagioli, Cope, Manners. Where is Adzic? Because Ajit as well. Bangula is here. We need to delete one now. Hey, you know why he scored yesterday? Because we had 2 Bangula. Do you remember? We had 2 Bangula and that's why he scored. Wea is on the right. Adzic is there as well with the other ones. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cope Manners we have put. Kalulu we have put. Where is Nico Gonzalez? Nico Gonzalez is a done deal. I don't want to put Chiesa, Kostic, De Sciglio, Nicolucci, Miretti is already gone as well. Jalò, Rugani, Szczesny. We need to delete Szczesny, guys. And Perin, I need to change his number, by the way. Raspadori will not join. Galeno will not join. De Sciglio will not be reintegrated neither. We wait for the other ones. Rugani is gone. Szczesny is gone. Yeah. And then we need to put on Perin, the number 1. Okay. You see? This is what we have. So when we are looking at that with the 3 signings, or you take a decision to promote Bangula to the first team permanently, I mean you have Yildiz Bangula. You have Yildiz Bangula. Cambiaso, Rui. You know that at the end I think it's more like this, guys. Cabal starter here and here. I think that this is the more correct one. Savona, Cambiaso. I think that this is what will happen. Huh? In starting blocks, Cabal, Danilo, Bremer, Kalulu, Gatti, Di Gregorio in front here. Douglas Lewis, Thuram, McKennie. Yeah, here we need to understand where who plays. I think there will be a lot of... here, with 3 players, with Mbangula and McKennie, it's time. With Mbangula and McKennie, guys, we have in terms of numbers 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 3, 24. We have the 24 players that we need, that we wanted. I think that if we have an opportunity to reinforce the left side, it would not be bad. Yeah, probably it's like this, something like this. I would also have, guys, honestly, if I could, because now also Yildiz can play that role as well, I think we are too much in the midfield. I don't know Weston McKennie, guys. Honestly, when you have 1, 2, 3, 4, why not? Yeah, indeed, guys. I don't know. It's a lot, huh? It's a lot of players. Then here, I think we are still a bit too weak. I love the performance of Bangula. I hope he stays. Huh? But I would not mind... You know what? I would not mind an offensive winger that can play on both sides, on top. I would not mind that. an offensive winger on top that can play both. Like Nico Gonzalez could potentially play both. Wea can potentially play both. And I think, you know that, yeah, you know why? I will tell you something today. Saraz, write it down. Injuries, of course, injuries aside, I think that the hierarchy can potentially be this at the strikers. Wea plays on here. Sometimes he starts. Sometimes Nico Gonzalez starts. But he can enter here and he could potentially enter here. You will see that this season Wea will play also as a second striker. Pedula. Let's read what he will tell us. Nico Gonzalez situation. Juventus is leading the race since more than 15 days. And our story has always been the same. But we need to clarify some things. One, the will of the player counts. Now all the pieces of the puzzle needs to enter. Okay? Two, Fiorentina never thought to not sell him, or to not let him go. So there was no Fiorentina, no, we don't let you go. 3, the value of 40 million euro is fake news. 32 plus bonus of a few more millions, that's the correct one. Fiorentina at the moment didn't decide if they wanted to add in the package Arthur and or Kostic that were offered a few weeks ago. We are going towards having Arthur and or Kostic, whatever, in a separate deal. So first you go with Nico Gonzalez, you close the deal, and then you go for the other ones. It's not a swap, it's not one to decrease, it's one isolated case and then the other ones. For us, Tifosi, we don't care. For us, it's the same. But for financial books and for Fiorentina and for Juventus, it can change a lot financially how you report these deals. But I think that we are all going towards Alfredo Pedula, Di Marzio and Romano. They're all saying exactly the same. The player will go to Juve. There are maybe that last detail that could maybe be or probably will be done tomorrow. The last. That's why Kalulu is a done deal. Yeah, Romano is saying the same. Pedula is saying the same. And also Di Marzio. They are all going towards that last tack means miss, and then we see. I hope I was not wrong when I told you. My source told me that don't deal already. But let's see if I will be right or wrong. What do you think, guys? Who will be right? Who will be right? Tell me, guys. Robert Lewandowski. Ciao, my friend. Thank you for the donation. Beppe, can you give us a sum up? How many players in, out? Well, we are speaking about the in players since now a few minutes. In players, Kalulu, Nico Gonzalez, and then we have Cope Manners. In that order, and then if we are looking here, it depends a lot, of course. It depends a lot on what do we do with Bangula. I think that another player, Juventus will try. Not sure if he will succeed or not, but we'll try for a consensus or not. But it depends, because Mangula yesterday impressed a lot. Then, of course, Juventus is also aware that it's a young kid. If you go with Yildiz Mangula, you really go with young. But the same for a new player here. And then Weah, that last year didn't impress that much. I think that one more winger is needed. That's for the in. Then more than that will not happen, guys. Will not happen. That's it. 3 players, maximum a 4th one if there are beautiful conditions. And that's for the ins. For the outs, you need to give me the names, guys. Ciao Takishi. Ciao Don V. Give me the names and I tell you the situation. Sekulov already left. He's already playing. He already played, by the way, the last minutes of the Sampdoria first game of the season or second game of the season. They did 1-1. He played the last minutes. Sekulov is gone. 2 million euro. Give me more names so that I remember. Rugani has not been announced yet. Has not been announced yet by Ajax, if I'm not wrong, or maybe he did and I was doing bowling and I didn't watch it. No, he has not been announced yet, not yet. But he's already there in Amsterdam and I think he already did the medicals. And that's 2. Nicolucci Caviglia, Venezia will happen. I really believe they were waiting a bit to be really clearly sure about Cope Manners, to be 100% convinced, because now on top with Thuram injured, can possibly be problematic. Can possibly be problematic. So, but no, Nicolucci will go there for a 4.1. Non-J, there are teams that are interested in loan. Juventus prefers to sell him. De Sciglio, as I told you 1 or 2 weeks ago, I'm quite sure that at the end of the Mercato he will have a bit like Szczesny. Part of his salary paid and the contract stopped. Miretti, from the moment that he will be rehabbed or again able to train with the team. Genoa could go for him on a loan for having playing time, maybe even with Muharemovic, with that young kid that could come to Juve, but for the next gen, the 2004 Papastatopoulos or Papadopoulos from Genoa, that could 2004 born player that could reinforce the next gen. Who else? Barbieri. I didn't hear updates on Barbieri. Kostic, well, they are trying now on a loan maybe with Fiorentina. Same as Arthur. Chiesa, we know it. Barcelona, Chelsea. So there are other teams. There are now the clubs that he was waiting for from abroad that had honestly a bit more charm than going to Napoli without any competition, but also Italian Napoli, difficult moment for them, or going to Roma, that is, we know it, and the eternal UEFA, except of some miracles, where it would probably not even increase salary. At Barcelona, we're speaking about an offer from 10 million to Juve plus a 6 million euro salary, so it's a bit more than what he's earning today. 6 million net for Chiesa. Juventus, they are expecting at least 15. Why? Because otherwise you go with a minus Valencia. So from a plus Valencia, you go towards a minus Valencia. That's not good, huh? The profit in negative. Colo is asking, Beppe, if we go for Nico Gonzalez, do you believe that Atalanta will keep Cope Manners? I don't think so. I think, I already said on the 15th, I think that it's already a done deal. It's just a matter of a sickness certificate. When it's over, when it's not valid anymore, it will be a done deal with Juve. Then if it doesn't happen, guys, it doesn't happen. You never know in life. We know the rule. Until they are there, officially with the shirt, with the number, everything can happen in life. But no, according to me, it's a done deal. Cope Manners, Nico Gonzalez, Kalulu. If there is room for a fourth one, we will try on loan with an option. Otherwise, it will be tough. We know about the name Conceição, player that Juventus wanted in Porto. They replied also publicly. We value him, we respect him, we love him, we don't want to let him go just for free. So if there is a real serious offer, which didn't arrive until today, then we'll take into consideration. Are you a fan of such big overhaul? Good or bad idea? It's a really good question. In general, no. In general, no. That's also why I always say I never get when Serie B teams that were promoted, they go in that first division and they change. Oh yeah, Barbieri went to Cremonese. Grazie, Hanin. Thank you. Thank you. You see, I knew that some information could have been slipped. Thank you, Hanin. That is confirming. Barbieri, Cremonese. Indeed, it was official. Mamma mia, disaster. So usually I'm not a big fan of huge overhauls. You know, when you go from Serie B to Serie A, I think it's crazy. It's totally crazy. And usually these teams are really flopping. Usually they're really, really flopping. Then, of course, you have another level of football. You need to make your team better. And probably it's necessary to go with 5-6 new players. But a lot of them, they are really changing from day to night. What Juventus is doing now. So usually I'm not a big fan of that. On the other side, I have to say that Juventus, they sent a clear message. I don't know if people understood it or not, but the clear message is one. We want to cut with the past. We want to cut with the past. We want to cut with the past. It's over. Basta. Ciao. We get over it. Everything that was... Yeah, but he's reporting the same, Dino. He's just writing the story about what he said on Twitter. So... It's actually, we wanted to cut with the past. We wanted to cut with the past, forgetting about Max Allegri, forgetting about what went bad, forgetting about a lot of things. We turn the page and we start. Also the management, because Manna and Tognozzi, they were really good. They were really good managers, but we decided to change. We changed everything. We change everything. Everything. And that's what we did. Also to have players that would have been probably more into the vision of football of Thiago Motta with this versatility, and also players that will not complain about, yeah, but in the past we were doing like that, in the past this was better, in the past we were not that, in the past, new mentality, new strategy. And I think that is in a way correct to do it like that. So I support it, even if my expectation to win immediately the Scudetto, there are probably not as much as in the past, because when you have a bit of continuity, when you have the players, when you win a lot of time. Now we discovered yesterday a really beautiful Juve against Como in our home for match day 1. But we didn't discover yet a Juve, and hopefully it will not happen, but a Juve with difficulties. We didn't discover a Juve in difficulties, a Juve that needs to get up, a Juve that needs to react, a Juve... Attenzione. Maybe we have an answer about our fourth player. Maybe we have already an answer. Juve are planning Samuel Mbangula renewal. The contract currently expires in 2026. Thiago Motta would like to keep him in Juventus' first team and give him a lot of confidence. There were 2 foreign clubs interested in the winger for a loan in the last weeks. If today I ask you, are you happy or not about Mbangula staying at first team, you will tell me yes. I'm sure that if we do a poll now, you will all tell me yes, congratulations, celebrate. Beppe, can you please use again these beautiful animations of the fireworks with the music? Bangula. If we would have spoken yesterday at can we stop that sound? Thank you. If I would have asked you that question yesterday at 7:45, when you saw the lineups of Juventus, the official lineups of Juventus, you'll probably tell me, Beppe, it's a disaster. Who's that guy? Why don't you sell him? Why, Beppe, what are we doing? Giuntoli, disaster. Giuntoli out. Thiago Motta doesn't understand about football, disaster. We are playing with next-gen players. Who is that guy? Of course, he enters, he plays a really beautiful game. He scores the first opener of the season. Of course, the ideas are changing. Now, you forgot about Ealing Jr., guys. Huh? Now it's over. Ealing Jr. doesn't exist anymore. Like 2 weeks ago, you were telling me Beppe will regret it. And that I will continue with Rob in a second, because that's a totally different question. But I know. Then we will play a beautiful game, and then who cares about Solé? Who cares about Dean Huijsen, that did well, by the way, with Bournemouth? Even if pay attention, because these kind of things are a bit influenced. These clips, he played a really great game. Dean played a great game, and you know that it's not because he's gone that I will change my mind. I think that he has a fantastic future ahead. Do you remember when I told you I believe that in 3-4 years Huijsen will be the one that will have the most advanced career? Solé Huijsen, because I really believe that the kid has amazing talent. Just need to keep calm, to keep the feet on the ground, which not always is the case. But you see, the project is working. You sell two that were necessary for the finance. You sell them, and you find new ones that nobody was expecting. Because if Yildiz was but yesterday at a certain moment you play with four next gens. You play with Savona, with Fagioli, with Kenan Yildiz, with Mangula. I believe as well that Salman is right. Dean is not closing doors on Juve for future. I think that he really closed the door really hard, but not now going to Bournemouth. He closed the door when he did difficult to go to Roma. And that gave me the assist to Aston Villa, Barrenetxea, Ealing Jr. I love the kids, you know that. But I love all of them. You know why I love all of them? And I always have a lot of hope and so, because I watch under 19, I watch next gen, I know them, I did interviews with them. I was messing around earlier today because I found again some pictures, guys. But this is when guys, nobody knew about Mbangula. When I posted that picture, it's 2023. Yeah, this is 2023. When I posted that picture, nobody cares. Nobody liked the video because who's that guy? Who is that guy? We don't care. And then now he's a star, guys. I was watching a game. Seriously, I was watching that game. Henk Juve. Look where I am. And then you see in front of me you have a player, and then next to him there is Bangula. So I watched the game of Juve with him. Here you see that guy here. Can you recognize that guy? Guy number 19, under 19 Juventus. It's not even the next gen. Who is he? Hey, it's Yildiz, guys. It's Yildiz. Then I have a small video that I wanted to show you. Here, be faster. Wait. I will. Wait. Okay. Look. Wait. It's coming. Wait. Okay. Now, can you recognize them? There are two players that you know. The first one, Savona. The other one, Kenan Yildiz. In that game, there was also Rui. That's why I really love these players, because I know them, because I'm following them since long, because I already talk with them, so I know what kind of guys they are. No, guy, I'm not a scout. It's just because, but I always loved, like I'm also watching Juventus women, for example, which is also important to me. We never speak about Juventus women, it's unfortunately here in the channel, but I love watching them. And then we go towards Barrenetxea and Ealing Jr. I always love. You know that on Ealing Jr. I always told you, first team Juve, I am not sure. I am not sure yet at the moment. He has undubious quality. I hope that he will do extremely well. But I always told you, I am not 100% sure that he's a starter at Juve. Beppe, you hate the youth. You are like Allegri. You are the son of Allegri. Beppe, why? You don't lie because you defend the company because you are not playing. Now you see it. They go to another club and not. On Barrenetxea, I'm surprised. I tell you the truth. I am really surprised that Unai Emery, that I consider a really good coach, he doesn't see Barrenetxea. Barrenetxea is really a great player. Probably need time for the Premier League. That is another pace, another rhythm, another something. So it could be a strange decision on Barrenetxea, especially on Ealing Jr. I could possibly understand it, even if I think that with a bit of confidence, the guy could do well. But then you see, guys, we are speaking about Aston Villa. The coach thinks that they are not ready, regardless of our opinion. He believes they are not ready. And that's why also we were speaking about Barrenetxea. Why? But Allegri, look, he has sent him out, and he went to Aston Villa, and he went to Frosinone. Allegri doesn't believe the management. What are they doing? What about that NextGen is just to have some cash to... It's a combo of everything. And sometimes, they know better what they are doing than we do. The best ones, honestly, Solé, Dienhuisen, that left, the best ones. Will we regret it? It's easy. If Juventus is doing well, we will not regret it. If Juventus is doing bad and these players are performing, probably we'll regret. That's how you need to check it. Let me answer the questions of Rob, because Rob went with a combo first about the small sum up, which we did. Now another donation asking, Beppe, you think that we can deal with Champions League with a small squad? I think that feeling that we will do well in Champions League, that we will surprise a lot in Champions League, but it's just a feeling because we don't even know who will be our opponents. That will be known in 8-9 days on the 29th of August, but it's just a feeling. Then when we are looking at Manchester City, they play a lot of competitions. They go at the very end of every single competition. They are always playing with the same players, guys. They are always playing with the same players. Always with the same players. Not 11, but they have these 16, 17 players, and they play. Always the same. Sometimes you have an appearance from this one, sometimes you have an injury from this one. But they always play with the same players. But even Real Madrid, Arda Güler is always on the bench. Hendrick didn't even make his debut yet. It's always the same. And the same changes. By the way, Carlo Ancelotti, sometimes he's criticized about that. But it's always the same. The question is not, will we do well with a small squad in Champions League? The question is, will we do well? Are we strong enough? And I don't want that yesterday's game will blind us and give us the belief that we will do extremely well in Champions League. And if we don't, that we will be sad. Of course, you are sad. If you don't do well in Champions League, you are sad. But I don't want that we believe that Juve Como is now the minimum of every game, that we will only become better, because we'll have some difficulties. Pay attention. I will read Pueblo Juve in a second. Let me answer also Rob. Thank you again. Third time. 1000 Martin Palumbo in NextGen team. It's a really strange guy, because it's a player that I'm watching since long, and I always think in my mind, I die now. Because every time that I watch him, he's doing exactly well. He's doing well. But then he disappears. And I don't see him playing anymore. Or he plays a few bad games and then I don't see him. It's really strange. It's extreme. The story of Martin Palumbo is strange. He's always, I've never said he's ready or boom, boom. But it's always like, okay, he arrives there. Now it will be the moment of Martin Palumbo. And then he disappears. Extremely strange story. So I can't tell you. I don't know if, but if without continuity, it will be difficult. He will need to fix his continuity. Let me check, because there were our friends from Pueblo Juve that were there, that were asking some questions. So let me try to find again the questions that they were asking. I have a lot of messages here. Wait. Because I didn't refresh. Ciao Beppe, ¿cuándo vienes? Te extrañamos. Cuando quieres. Pregúntame o envíame 2 o 3 fechas y después vamos a decidir cuándo es mejor. En el momento es verdad que estoy live casi todos los todas las tardes. Pero si los preguntas, nos vamos live este día, cuando quieres, podemos buscar una solución. También porque es ya más de un año que no lo hablo y necesito practicar. Pero te lo dije la otra vez. Necesito practicarlo porque lo pierdo. Lo entiendo, pero hablar... hablaba más mejor 3 años anterior. Casi fluido. About Danilo. First, thank you to Alessio for the support. Thank you. Grazie Alessio. Let's see if we have a bit of it. Oof. Hey, but guys, where are you all coming from? No, do you know the question I always have with these stats here? Can someone that just subscribed just answer me? Where were you the last 4.5 years of the channel creation? Did you unsubscribe and you come back? Is it the first time that you discovered the channel? How is it possible that you just discovered the channel? I really need to understand, because we have a lot now, huh? And I'm happy, huh? Please, should not stop, huh? We need to continue. But you know, Silvio is telling me, Beppe, Australia, immigrating. Yeah, I understand. But how did you discover the channel? Beppe, il canale l'hai fatto in inglese per avere più spettatori. No, più spettatori no, dollar, euro. Perché se io volevo più spettatori, lo facevo in italiano. Perché comunque, se vedi tutti gli altri canali in italiano che vanno molto bene, perché la cultura Juve è molto più, come dire, in Italia si vede calcio 24/7 da anni, perché siamo nati così, perché siamo abituati così, perché non è mai abbastanza, perché è così, e allora lo facevo in italiano. L'ho fatto in inglese perché volevo offrire un prodotto di quantità e di qualità anche a quelli che non parlano italiano. It was a really good question that asked Beppe, did you do the channel in English because you wanted more viewers? Where I said no. It's actually the opposite. If I really wanted more viewers, I would have done it in Italian. Of course, you have more competition in Italian, but it's totally different in Italian. Because in Italian, you have a culture of living football. You never have enough. It's 24/7. While in USA, Canada, for example, even if you love Juve, and it's not a better fan, or that's absolutely not a discussion, but it's true that it's a lot of people, they watch football in that time zone, and then it's over with football, because they were never used that 7-on-7 it was football, because they were used in the past that there is football for 90 minutes and then it's over. There is not even a talk show before, not even a talk show after, so then it's over, because then we move to NBA, to NHL, to what are the other sports, I don't know, MLS, MLB, BMX, these kind of things, because it's a culture. So no, I didn't do for more views, but to offer also to the people that were speaking not Italian but English, quantity and quality. I know, my friend Sahi, I know, but this week has been totally crazy. So I don't sleep anymore, I don't eat anymore, I don't breathe anymore. Today I even played bowling. Can you imagine? I'm not bad, huh? I am not bad at bowling. Not bad at all at bowling. But I was really happy, guys. You know why? You know why I was happy? I was proud. I was extremely proud because Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Mamma mia. Ah, I have a cramp now. Mamma mia. What a beautiful socks. So, oh. No, no, no. Wait. I think. Are you still there? Guys? Can you tell me if you are still there? Because I think I closed something. Are you still there? Kalulu to Juventus. Smell my feet. Indeed. Ah, you're here. Ciao, guys. I was scared. And now I lost all your comments. Wait. Smell my feet. What were we speaking about, guys, before I lost all the comment sections? Yannick Sinner, are you okay, Beppe? Yeah, why? It's the socks of Juve. They are fantastic, guys. Okay, you're here. Wait. I tried to catch up, but I think I lost. Wait, huh? Yeah, unfortunately I did the mistake, Mohammed Al Hosani. So I will just play it like that. I can read it, luckily, but I can't pin it anymore because I did a wrong maneuver and your message disappeared, unfortunately. But I can read it again. So thank you for your donation, Mohammed. Ciao, Beppe. I feel this week we will get all our targets before next game with our latest injury. How do you think the lineup will be for the next game? It's a good question. It's a really good question. I think as well. I'm hesitant about Koopmeiners, but Kalulu and Nico, they will be there. They will be there on the bench. 100%. 100%. How I imagine the lineup? Well, it's difficult to imagine the lineup against Verona. So I think, let me check. First, we start with the lineup of last week. Okay, we start with exactly the same, and then we will make the moves and the changes. Okay, that was the lineup of Juve Como. Let's put them huge, big, so that everyone can see. Unfortunately, injured. Unfortunately, injured. So these two will be out. I need to do something here, guys. Wait, Thuram is injured. He will be still injured. Is injured. And now we need to delete one Bangula. That is a let's say wing. Perin in the bench. Bremer is here. Barbieri is out. Douglas Luiz, Jallo already. Ciao. Here, out. Bench player, out. Let's see, bench. Thiago Motta, Koopmeiners. Kalulu will be there. Nico Gonzalez as well. Okay? So if we have now a more understanding, we miss a few players. Without any doubt, I think that's logically, that's the most logic choice. Or Even better. That's the most logic choice. Easy fix. Cambiaso can play here. Bangula. Who is on the bench? Savona, Rui, Fagioli, McKennie, Milik, hopefully he recuperates, Nico Gonzalez, Kalulu. Yeah. Without surprise, this is the lineup. When I'm saying without surprises, why? Because we could possibly... no, there is not a lot of options. Huh? We could potentially play like this, huh, guys? Oh, I'm just saying, huh? We could potentially also play like this, huh? Could be, huh? Could be, huh? Against the Verona, you want, could be. With a Cambiaso that can play in that position. He plays always that position. So, because Cambiaso usually is doing that movement from here, going here. Maybe you just already put him here. You know that you will not have that work from Danilo, and you will have a Cabal more up. And that's where we go towards the question of Pueblo Juve that said, Beppe, did you hear about the Danilo rumors? So what are the rumors? The rumors about Danilo are that Thiago Motta, there is not that huge, big love story with Danilo. Not about the person, not about the exemplarity, the behavior, the maturity, the commitment to Juve. That's not absolute. That's absolutely not in doubt. But about the fact that he could give what he wants from that position. From what he wants in that position, which means the work that Cambiaso did yesterday, the work that Cabal is doing, he doesn't see him there. And that's why I was also thinking, but we had these discussions here on the channel. You remember there was a moment where we said maybe Danilo could leave. That was the moment where we were saying, hey, and who would be captain then if Danilo leaves? Do you remember these discussions? We were speaking about these possible things about him leaving because of that. Then they said, no, he's out of the market, he will not leave. But it's true that Danilo said himself, I prefer to play as a center back. You remember this discussion? He said it publicly. Then going back here, I think that it's a bit difficult for an entire season. And you remember we said it here in the channel as well. We said when we were analyzing things where we're starting to, we said, I think that Danilo will not play all the games. We'll not see a Danilo starter 100% of the games. Now, in that case, Danilo can play there. At the end, I think it will be more something like that. Because Yildiz did really well. Cambiaso here. We can see that work. But, which I'm not even complaining about. Because Douglas Luiz, I wanted him anyway a bit more behind. So, yeah. Thank you, Mohammed Al-Hosani, for your beautiful question. People are telling me, Beppe, go and check who this time? Miretti news. There are Miretti news, but I don't know from who. But apparently Miretti, Genoa, attenzione, it's Di Marzio. It's Di Marzio. Genoa, vanno avanti i contatti, so more contacts for Miretti. Genoa continue to reinforce their team in this summer mercato, and the Rossoblu, they are pointing for Miretti from Juventus. There were already some contacts yesterday, the 19th of August. Here you have the numbers. You know that I watched Genoa Inter, and I said to my son, I promise you it's true, I'm not just inventing. I said, this team, Genoa, after losing Gudmundsson, I said, they really, who they miss? I said they miss Miretti. Because, of course, the news were already there. It's not something new, huh? But when I was watching, I said they could use Miretti. It's true. The one that is trying to recruit him, and I think he will go. Pay attention. Attenzione. Attenzione, we have a news, guys. Attenzione. 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 Just in. Barcelona has already made contact and spoken with Juventus regarding Chiesa. It's starting to be serious, huh? It starts to be real, huh? We knew, well, today, guys, when you are looking at, I will show you. When you see that front page of Sport, Option Chiesa, if they put Chiesa there, it's like this in huge with one man only. Chiesa, boom, boom. It means that something is already quite advanced. That doesn't mean it's a done deal, but quite advanced. So if our friend Alfred Martinez is telling us just in Barcelona already made contact and spoken with Juventus, I think it's a bit late. I think it's a bit late. Yeah, they will bid low, of course. Yeah, of course. They know that Juventus, it's now or never. They know it's now or never for Chiesa. Alessio, let Danilo play as a center back. Thank you for the donation, Alessio. Why, guys, do you think I have an answer on that one? Then maybe I'm... Oh, by the way, I come on the answer on Danilo. We just reached 2,000 subscribers on Telegram group, where we have the best source of all of them, Larry the Bird. Not a lot present, but when he's present, bomba. 2,000 subscribers. It's free, It's totally free, Telegram group. You can also... Here, you see the bottom right, you have a scan there. You can even have access there. Otherwise, wait, give me... Voila. I put it in the chat here for people who would potentially want to join the Telegram group, where we are always, you have the news. If you want to discuss, you enter a comment. If you don't want, because you don't want toxicity or whatever, which we try to really filter, then you don't enter. Why is there Kaka now? At the end, they will make me delete all these emojis, which is a pity. You know what it is? The stress of yesterday, the game. I stressed, mamma mia, what a disaster. 2000, congratulations, Beppe and team. Bravo. Why, guys? Why can't Danilo play there? Do you know? No, it's not mine. You can find them on Zalando. You go with socks, Juve, Adidas, You will find them. They are really fantastic. It's the third shirt, huh? Third shirt. Bad for the build-up, says our friend Marcello. Danilo can play long balls. That's true. He can play long balls. We really need Danilo, says Gabriel. Whereabouts, Silvio? Danilo can play short balls the opposite to the opposite attackers as well. It happens as well, unfortunately. Danilo can play long balls. No, I will tell you why. Why in the idea of Thiago Motta, why? Because unfortunately, Danilo is not the fastest player. And if you play with Danilo here, the problem is when you saw it yesterday, huh? At a certain moment, you really had like one player here, and you had this. You had that kind of pressing yesterday. You really had, really, you had this kind of pressing yesterday. Boom, boom. Okay? Yeah. That was the kind of pressing yesterday. But when you are going up with so many men, now of course they are too big, so it's not reflecting a bit the reality. But when you are playing too much here, and even here you have these players, so of course you want to be as compact as possible. That's what you want ideally, to be as compact as possible. But the problem is when you have slowish players, when they are having that tendency to be a bit slower, what are they doing to not be as surprised? Hey, they will go naturally a bit lower. And by doing so, or you create a huge gap here, because don't forget there is always the opposition, which means that he will have the tendency to go back, but then you will probably not be as compact here for that first pressing, or the entire team will try to be compact because this is what the coach is asking, and to be compact you will be lower. That's one of the reasons why Danilo is not considered the first center back, and that's why we saw that Danilo is playing a lot of time here. Now, when he's playing here, probably you have a Cambiaso that is playing on the right side. Usually, Why? Because then it's Cambiaso that is doing that. Did you see yesterday, guys? There are 2 games of Cabal. I don't know if you noticed or not, the 2 games of Cabal. You have the game of Cabal where Cambiaso is going up and is playing here in that first half, and Cabal is quite lower here. You saw that? While in the second half, when Savona enters and Cambiaso is playing up front, you have a Cabal that is here, that is playing much higher. You see? So Cabal, for a lot of people, played better in that second half. That's what we are reading. That's what we are hearing. Cabal much better in the second half. Of course, he was doing that assist for Vlahovic. That was really beautiful immediately. And then we saw him with a lot of overlaps. But this is just because you always have one side that is here, blocking, and one side that is doing the work. And when you have a Cambiaso is doing it here, with Cabal that is staying lower. Sometimes when he sees Cabal going, then Cambiaso is staying. But usually Cabal a bit less, and it's more Cambiaso is taking the initiative. Without Cambiaso, Cabal can do that work. But then it's the other one that stays. It could have been... yesterday I was really surprised to not see Danilo entering instead of Savona. But you see? That's why Cabal played, according to a lot of people, better. It's not that he played better or not. It's because he was actually more visible. Because he was taking more initiative. We didn't see Savona in attack, Salman. Of course, because that was not his job to do. Drark Zidrark, grande Beppe, thanks for all the videos in live. Thank you to you for following, to always be present. Thank you for your 19 months of membership. Really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you, Zidrark. Really, really. Sergio Roberto Tucomo, lol. Is that true? But Fabregas is a charmeur. Huh? And then they are showing the beautiful plants and they are speaking, they are doing. Understand. The number 7, I think it's too late for the number 7 because Chiesa, if he doesn't leave before Cope Manners arrive, I think it's over. It is what it is. I think he will then go for the 8 or something like that. Guys, it's seriously a mess, huh? I think I will boycott his site because here you can't do anymore. Look, this is the site of Di Marzio. What do you want to see? What do you want to read? What do you want to do with that kind of thing? It's a disaster. It's a shame. 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 It is a shame, Di Marzio. Seriously, huh? First pages. You click. And you see here a video that is not working, of course. Okay, you have one ad here. You have one other here. You have that girl that I don't know what she wants from me. You have people that are depressive. You have the girl that is dancing. You have what a disaster. Well, I don't care about this. I don't care. I really don't care. Give me the page. Give me the page. Then you want to go to the other page, and it's exactly the same. It's exactly the same with kids on a plane. I don't care. What a man. Guys, seriously, this is a disaster. Benvenuti a Mottaland. Oh, what a page. Welcome to Mottaland. Kalulu and Cope. No, wait. Kalulu is also one that will join, and Cope Manners is about to be unlocked. Courageous choices and entertainment on the field. The methodology Thiago is creating enthusiasm. Today, medical visits for the defenders that they signed from Milan. Atalanta is ready to free Cope Manners. Arthur is the jolly for Nico Gonzalez. The bad news, Weah and Thuram knockout. They will come back only after the international break. Chiesa is offering himself to Barcelona that is trying for Leao. Oh, at the end you will see that would you do it or not, guys? Question, would you do it or not? If you would be Milan, if you were Milan, would you sell Leao for more cash, of course, to Barcelona and you sign Chiesa? Would you do it or not? Yes or no? If you were Milan, I would do it. I would do it. And we see yes, we see no. I would do it. You have a bargain in Chiesa. They are missing a bit of Italians there. Because we are complaining, but we have a lot of Italians. We have a lot of Italians. Yesterday you had Savona, Gatti, Di Gregorio, Locatelli, Fagioli, Cambiaso. People are complaining. We had 6 Italian players yesterday playing. And I could potentially even forget someone. But we had 6 Italian players yesterday. Milan, they have no Italian players. They have an Italian player. They have a really... Chiesa is strong. They have a strong player. They are playing in a way that Chiesa could really be involved. They are playing that kind of Also, they're, with offensive wingers, a la Chiesa would love that they're on the left. He goes on the left instead of Leao. They play with Chukwueze on the right side. And they cash in a lot for a bargain price for Chiesa. I would do it, huh? I would do it. I would do it. But then, I don't care about the Mercato of Milan. Colo is asking, Beppe, one word to describe this Mercato. But it would be too easy for me to say crazy, because Mercato is crazy. But no, I tell you, except of the timing, okay? Because now we are late. But it's not always because of us. But anyway, the facts are the facts. We didn't sign the players yet. But except of the timing, I consider that it's a really good Mercato that we did. With a club, because people, they forget easily, but with a club that didn't play European competition, that on top of that was penalized in image, in finances, change of coach, because we changed the coach. We had a lot of problems to deal with, that we are still dealing with. I think that we did a first part of Mercato that was really great. Also really with the calculator in hand. We sell this, we cash in so much, we buy this. Then we wait for this, we go for it. I think that with ifs, of course, you can't do a lot, but I think that if Chiesa and McKennie would have accepted Aston Villa and Chiesa to Roma, I think that our Mercato would have seen, or would have been way faster. Probably would have given the 58, 59 million to Atalanta way sooner. Probably today we would not have gone for Nico Gonzalez, but probably one of Sancho or someone else, a big name, would have been already at Juve. And with the rest, you continued your Mercato with probably maybe we would have even increased the offer for Todibo. Todibo could have been one that could have been there. But it's true that if the initial talks of 30, 35 for Chiesa were considered an insult from a lot of Juventini for Chiesa in the beginning, today we hear offers from clubs from 10 million euro from Barcelona, 10, 15. 15 is what Juventus would agree with to not lose money from Chiesa. So I believe that Mercato, that started extremely well, could have been totally different. When I'm saying you could have been different, why? Because maybe a Soulé would have stayed and you don't go for Sancho, you don't go for, or maybe you go for a player on the left, maybe Sancho on the left, on top, and you keep Soulé, but Dean would have left. Dean Huijsen would have left, sure. Maybe you would have, anyway, sold Barrenechea to another team. You would have sold Soulé, maybe, etc., and your Mercato would have been faster. I'm not saying totally different because the names are there. It was a Todibo, it was a Koopmeiners. So these were the priorities. And then we always said Todibo, Koopmeiners, Todibo, and then we look what we still have and what we can do with the other ones. But Todibo and Koopmeiners would have been probably Juventus players and starters against Como yesterday. Then we had some difficulties because Weston said no to Aston Villa, because Chiesa said no to the clubs that were interested in him. We were obliged to sell fast Soulé, fast Huijsen, probably a bit less than we were hoping. I'm not the one that is saying we sold them for peanuts, because that's not true. We are speaking about a player that played 6 games in Serie A, Huijsen, and one that came from a beautiful season, first part of the season with Frosinone, where he disappeared a bit in the second part of the season, let's say the last quarter of the season. But potential players, one super potential, that is Huijsen. The other one showed already a bit more, but these players were not worth 40. Then, of course, if Soulé would have had that season with Brighton, probably would have been sold for 50 million to Chelsea, but he did it with Frosinone. And it's an Italian club that is signing him and not an English club, because the English clubs were ready to pay more for Sule. They were ready to, West Ham, etc., 30 million and plus. West Ham. So the word to describe the Mercato started well because of Italian clubs resisting, because of our players resisting. We took a big stop there, and then it looks like we are acting in a rush or desperate, but actually we are not, because co-planners should arrive, like we are reading on the papers. Nico Gonzalez will arrive, and we will have Kalulu. Late, but the ones that are there that trained with Motta, they show that they can do something. No, I think with all, if we, of course, these players need to arrive, and we need to find a solution for Arthur from Kostic, Rugani, Chiesa. If these things are fixed before the 31st of August, I can tell you that it's a really strong Mercato. Really strong Mercato, knowing where we're coming from. Then, if these things are not happening, I would probably say that we did bad. We started well and we ended really bad. But I have never been, here, I have never been worried for the game of Como. Then that doesn't mean that I promised you that we would win. My prediction was 4-1. A lot of people, they were telling Beppe, you exaggerated. We didn't score an open goal, an open play goal in the entire friendlies. Our attack is not productive, and I go with 4-1. Not because, no, but seriously, and I said that, I believe, the 11th of August. Because I was convinced that we would be ready against Como. Like I was convinced that we would be ready against Verona. Now, of course, Verona started really well. They are convinced they will play in their home. On top of that, you miss Thuram, you miss Weah. This was not in my prediction to lose these ones as well. Because I was not worried about Verona. Of course, now with these injuries, I start. Even if, as we showed, if we go towards the logical choice of we should win. We should win as well. It's a logical choice. But it's true that a Thuram that, according to me, more than a Douglas Luiz, was really on top with everything that Thiago Motta asked him, because he's there since day one of training session together with Locatelli. I like Nico Gonzalez, guys. I told you, but Nico Gonzalez is a good player. I always told you that. He's not a flashy player. He's not a flashy player. He's not the one that will make you fall in love with a dribble here, with a dribble there. This is not Nico Gonzalez. But Nico Gonzalez is not a bad player. He's he's a national team player of Argentina. He's a player that can play on the left, can play on the right. He's a player that was one of the best ones from Fiorentina. Then a few injuries, one. Then losing continuity in big moments, in big games, made that probably Nico Gonzalez is not a player that you are dreaming about. And he doesn't have that dribble a la Mbangula, a la Yildiz, a la Sule. That's not Nico Gonzalez, but he's really functional. So, and Kalulu and Nico Gonzalez are extremely functional players. Oh, tomorrow decisive day for Nico Gonzalez. They will try to make it happen before, so deadline Friday. They are reporting what I told you today at 5 p.m. Italian time. I told you this week is a beautiful week, and by the way, it's also the title. This week we make things happen. This week we make things happen with Kalulu tomorrow, and then it will be Friday. It will be give me the name. Nico Gonzalez. Thursday. Friday. Next Capitano. If we play with this, I think that I have no doubt that Danilo is a starter. So if Danilo starts, and that's a big if because I don't know, but if Danilo starts, Danilo is a starter. Because there are already voices, but they know what is talked about on social media. So Thiago is a smart guy. Danilo. The next one, that's against Roma, big game. I mean, the next unexpected. So except of Danilo Locatelli, but I would not. I think that these three players here, they are the next in line to be the captain that were never, the unexpected one on the list. Yeah. Oh, you know what? Guys. You know what? This guy here, captain, when he plays, just to tell him, guy, you are in the team. Mamma mia. People will go crazy. Eh? What did I say? If Danilo starts, Danilo is a starter. Hey, he's a captain. What a disaster. But it's time to close. I see already some people are saying, Beppe, buonanotte. Indeed, I think it's time for buonanotte also for Beppe, because today I did sport, which I don't do often. No, I think leave him alone. Leave him alone. Yeah, you are late. Of course you are late, Neven. We are closing. Was nice. Was good. Do you think it was necessary that live? Okay, rate the necessity of this live. Was it important to do a live like that? Well, at the end, we announced you Gonzalez, Kalulu. Bravo. No, because I should not have gone live. That was not the intention. We went. Grande. You liked it. Ciao Gianni. The subs. You want to know about the subs, Naruto? 32,853 yesterday morning. We had 32,720. So we won like 133 in one day. I will not complain. We need discussion, Beppe. About what? We just spoke for nearly 2 hours. Get us 33. That's a good... do you think that we will get not even 300 likes? 287 likes. That's my new target. 33,000 before... 33,000 before the end of the Mercato. That should be feasible. 10 days to do it. 10 days to do it. We miss 146. Yeah. We should do that. We should do it. Easy. Hey, tomorrow I tell you about the dream of Dusan Vlahovic tomorrow. And then, because I didn't forget about the dream of Dusan Vlahovic. No, my dream about Dusan Vlahovic. And Fantasy League as well. Tomorrow I tell you. Buonanotte. Forza Juve. Ciao a tutti. Ciao ciao.